This podcast was recorded on Gadigal land.
We would like to acknowledge the Gadigal of the Eora Nation, the traditional custodians of this land, and pay our respects to the elders both past and present.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land. Welcome to High Stakes.
The podcast about the famous feuds, frenemies, and falling outs that have shaped pop culture. I'm Maddie Bogish.
And I'm Laura Marcia, and we are two Sydney-based journalists obsessed with all things celebrity gossip. Yes, but method. I didn't know how to transition that. I was like, how do we normally do this? But Mad Dog, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Now we've gotten to the point of our recordings where we don't actually have any life updates to talk to each other about because we are so intertwined in each other's lives.
Yes, because we now work in the same office and
we see each other all the time.
Which, good or bad? I don't know.
We'll circle back in a few months' time. It's been really nice to have my work wife back.
It's been really good because we initially met working for the same magazine. So it's really nice to just like wander towards each other's desks and be like, what are you doing, bitch?
I definitely do it a lot more. Laura's far more locked in than what I am. She's always working and I just come over and I'm like, how are you going? Yesterday I came up to you and I was like, hi, darling, how are you? And you were like, yeah, good. And you were just like typing furiously. And I was like, what are you doing? And you're like, well, I have to finish this story and I've got 30 minutes until I have to leave. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll go then. Good.
I will say that every time you visit my desk, it brightens my day. It's so good. I do have to kind of lock in though, which kind of sucks.
Like I said, you lock in a lot harder than what I do. I've not even put the latch on.
No, you work very, very hard. I think we just have two different styles of working hard. Like I cannot concentrate on other people. I need to like actually put the blinders on like a horse.
Well, yeah. So how have you been?
Good. I want to talk about my weekend.
Oh, yes. See, I love – oh, you do have something exciting to talk about. Fuck, I'm so boring at the moment. Okay,
no,
you go.
It's just that because I went and saw Pitbull and I spoke about it on the last episode and it was actually like the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I just want to talk about how freeing it was to be super ugly at a festival. So I'm there. I got a bald cap on. I've got facial hair drawn on with eyeliner. What else? I'm wearing like little, it looks like cop glasses, like what you'd expect cops to wear, like what Pitbull wears, right? But I'm there in my little knee-high boots and a little mini skirt. But otherwise, I'm looking ugly as hell. Yeah. Like I'm a girl that can't rock a bald head.
And when we edit this, we'll overlay exactly what Laura looked like. I thought you looked quite good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
But I just mean, you know, when you go to a festival, you want to look pretty. You want to feel good about yourself.
I want everyone to think, who is that ethereal fairy princess?
Exactly right. Like, who is that girl? Don't know if that actually happens. But anyway, this time I went to R&B Fridays in Sydney and it was amazing because about, I'd say, maybe a quarter of the crowd were dressed as Pitbull. Oh. And it was all just like beautiful girls in bald caps. And I just would recommend it. I don't think I've ever had such a good time at a festival.
And was Pitbull your favourite act?
Yeah. But
was anyone dressed up as the world?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good.
Yes.
I'm glad that wasn't an original thought.
Chloe Barry Hang was.
Oh, the influencer.
Yeah. I didn't see her. I love her. I wish I saw her. But I saw like a story. She had a bald cap on, of course.
Mrs. Worldwide.
Mrs. Worldwide was there in like a little world thing. A lot of people had like blow up worlds that they were using as beach balls, which was also very fun.
Love that.
I do want to say, Lil Jon, impeccable.
Okay.
All right. What? I'm really good at it, actually.
I wasn't.
Yeah. Sorry, that was probably really loud for your ears.
So loud.
Sorry, no ASMR here.
Cut that out. We'll keep it in.
Hey, turn it down.
Should we just get into the...
My final point is Lil Jon's 54, and I didn't know that.
How old's Pitbull?
44. And Pitbull was like, thanks, Little Jon, you're my mentor. And I was like, what? Why is Little Jon? Like, he's Little Jon. Why is Little Jon Pitbull's mentor? And then I Googled their ages.
Oh, Big John.
Big John.
Okay,
let's get into it. This week on The Grill, Alex Cooper and Alix Earle have reignited their podcast-related beef. TikTok takes aim at rich people climbing Mount Everest. Donald Trump and former Australian Prime Minister Kevin Rudd come clean about their opinions of each other. And an update on the media's favourite beef of all time, Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez.
This week, podcast princess and the host of Call Her Daddy, Alex Cooper, headed to Las Vegas to host a bunch of live shows for her podcast network, Unwell. After the event, she posted a recap. The video showed her on stage with lots of adoring fans, a heap of shirtless men, and it was set to the song Circus by Britney Spears. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with that, right?
It's a bop.
While this wouldn't normally be anything out of the ordinary, like you said, the song is a bop, chronically online, eagle-eyed fans were quick to point out that Circus was the exact same song used by TikTok superstar Alix Earle during her Dancing with the Stars performance.
Yeah, we're really talking a lot about Dancing with the Stars, aren't we?
We are. Some could say we're obsessed. It's not even the Australian
I know.
Dancing with the Stars, it's the American one.
Thanks, Rob. Robert Irwin. God bless. Now, in case you're not familiar, Alix Earle and Alex Cooper have some mildly established beef. We spoke about it in depth in one of our very first episodes. God bless. But in short, Alex Cooper signed Alix Earle to her Unwell podcast network to host a podcast called Hot Mess. She was one of the first people to sign on to the budding network when it launched in 2023, along with TikToker Madeline Argy. But earlier this year, multiple sources reported that Unwell had dropped Alex from the network. Alix Earle.
Yeah, not Alex Cooper. She didn't drop herself.
No, she did not. We do want to note here, though, that Alex Cooper renounced her rights to Hot Mess so that Alix Earle could pursue other opportunities. And considering all the Call Her Daddy lore, it's understandable that Alex Cooper let her do so. But again, if you want more on that, go listen to our deep dive episode.
Yeah, please. Can you ramp up the stats for us?
Yeah.
It's one of our more performing episodes. Well performing.
Yes, unlike that sentence.
That sentence was bad performing. Bad.
No, it's a good episode, and it's interesting. But yeah.
Yeah, slay. Anyway, back to Alex Cooper's recent Instagram post. Along with the song choice, fans also felt that the caption referenced Alix Earle. Here's what she said. How much time do you have? Because we could go all night. Unwell Vegas, baby. Such an insane lineup. Thank you to everyone who came through this weekend. Our largest event yet, and we're just getting started. Where should we go next?
That sounds pretty, fine and
It doesn't sound like anything, right?
No, it doesn't.
But it's because she's referencing the TikTok that Alix Earle made.
That's right, she did do that. Shall we roll the clip, though?
Yeah, actually, we should.
Let's do it.
My co-star told me that I can start shit today. It told me. It said, you can start some shit. So, co-star told me to. And, low-key, is this my time that I've been waiting for to go? It's I have so much information.
And in that clip, when she says co-star, she doesn't mean, her Dancing with the Stars co-star. Alex is referring to the astrology app. Alix Earle is referring to the astrology app co-star. She's waiting on her astrology app to tell her to start some shit.
I didn't even think that we needed to explain that because I am so co-star coded. Same with you.
We
I
are
know
two
you
astrology girlies every time. It's today mine said something about the people you love are different to the people you desire. And I was like, you know what? So true.
Honestly, yeah, I haven't looked at mine yet today, so a little treat for after recording.
Anyway, so she's relying on co-star to help her start some shit, essentially, to give her the all clear.
Yes.
But someone did ask her on the post what happened between you and Alex Cooper, to which Alix Earle said, how much time do you have?
And that is what they think that Alex Cooper is referencing.
It's the fight of the Alexes. It's all too much.
It's too much because they also look the same.
We've said this before. They're literally Control-C, Control-V.
Different, not even different fonts.
No, it's literally the same font, just one slightly younger.
Yeah, pretty much. So what do you think? Where do you think this whole thing sits on the beef scale?
Well, I think largely, they're not really going to address, no one's addressing the elephant in the room. It's just sitting there. But everyone knows it's there.
And a steak must rest.
And so must an elephant, apparently. I don't know why I was bringing up elephants. Am I okay?
I think, ultimately, aside from that, I think you're correct. No one's addressed anything.
I do think no one's addressed anything because knowing how, I guess, not secretive, but how professional Alex Cooper probably is, there's probably some sort of NDA being we're not fucking discussing this. Good luck to you. And the only way the girls, either of them, can probably gain a bit of hype is to be oh, what's happened between us? Ooh, but we're not going to tell you because we've signed an NDA.
Yeah, I also think that the NDA has probably come into play when Hot Mess was let go from the network because, I don't know, I have the opinion that Alix Earle is lucky that she was let go with no connections and ties like Alex Cooper with Call Her Daddy had with, what are they called again? Barstool. I was like, benchmark.
Benchmark.
No,
you know
with
what?
Barstool.
You would ask ChatGPT, hey, I need a name for a publication about men's sports and lifestyle, and they would literally say benchmark.
Yeah, you know what? They would. They would. But yeah, I just think that NDA is probably very likely. So what are we calling this? A medium rare?
Medium rare.
Okay.
What have you written here? I love this little note. Say it again.
Oh, okay. I wrote this. I wasn't going to say it, but it says, this town ain't big enough for the two of us, but really it is. It's just that they're basically identical.
All right, next one. Let's go.
Next up, we have the beef taking over For You pages around the world. TikTokers and rich people climbing Mount Everest. On October 3rd, major news outlets reported that hundreds of hikers climbing Mount Everest and trekking through the surrounding landscapes found themselves stranded when a surprise blizzard hit Tibet. It caused unusually heavy snow and rainfall and buried camps along the mountain and the regions surrounding it. As a result, locals and rescue teams launched into action, saving hundreds of people from being buried in snow and stuck where they were. But while there's a little bit of conflicting information out there, we're not talking about the specifics of the news story today. We're talking about the discourse that this worldwide news sparked on TikTok. So TikTok, or at least my side of TikTok, has been quite wary of people who climb Mount Everest for a while now. But the disdain has grown since this story hit the news.
I love that you had to clarify it's your side of TikTok because absolutely not my side of TikTok. My side of TikTok is he's coming back to you.
Yeah.
He is coming back to you. And it's also that girl whatever, Charlie XCX edit. Oh, and also sometimes what to do when you're dating a dismissive avoidant man. So like
A lot of reflection happening in that.
Yeah.
Whereas mine's like, rich people do awful things.
And this is what's wrong with capitalism.
I do get a lot of tarot readers though.
Yeah, okay.
Not good.
Balance. Yeah.
Balance and recipes. Anyway, so back to Everest. Mount Everest is the highest summit in the world, but it's not necessarily thought of as like a climber's mountain. It's a commercial mountain which sees hundreds of people who often have next to no climbing experience hike up in the pursuit of like personal achievement or even like an Instagram post. And also to be able to do this, to get to the summit, it's like $45,000 to $100,000 US dollars to make it right up to the top.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And to make this happen, local guides and Sherpas have to essentially create paths to facilitate the climb. These Sherpas reportedly only get $4,000 to $10,000 USD for going on this deadly climb. This is quite a huge power and financial imbalance.
Especially when they are risking their lives every single time they do this.
Totally. Understandably, the problem that TikTok widely has with Everest climbers is that it has become this kind of rich person's playground just to kind of climb a big mountain.
Yeah, tick a box, essentially.
Goodness me.
Yes.
And lots of people on the internet are documenting their experiences with the big climb, TM. Let's roll a quick clip.
I just got back from camp 2. And I feel horrible.
I feel sick. Anyway.
Like, you don't have to do this.
Literally, ma'am, you literally don't have to do it. And she's like, you can't hear her. She's audibly struggling to say
Yeah.
anything because I think, what is it called?
The
Hypoxia?
Oh,
Is that what she's going through?
I'm not sure. Hypoxia is a lack of oxygen, yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're up that high on the mountain, so there's this thing called the death zone. You can tell I'm really in the algorithm. There's a thing called the death zone where there's really not enough oxygen up at that altitude for people to survive a long amount of time.
Yeah.
That is also why so many people die. And that also shows a lot of selfish behavior when people get up there because you have a limited amount of oxygen that you're taking with you. So this chick has just done that and her body is obviously struggling because she's just been put herself in this situation that like humans are not meant to survive there.
Absolutely. And the feedback on channels like TikTok and Reddit are kind of the same vein as Laura's. I feel like this story might be more Laura's beef with people that climb Mount Everest.
But thankfully TikTok agrees.
On TikTok, people have said things like, unfortunately, I have a really hard time feeling bad for these people. You're not supposed to be up there, and I'm happy the land is fighting back.
That's so funny.
And then someone said, is that frostbite on her face? Paying $100,000 to be disfigured and possibly debilitated for life. Hope this experience was everything she hoped for. Smiley face.
It reminds me of all like the cave diving comments that are like, which is really awful also, but it's like the best thing about cave diving or climbing Mount Everest is that you don't have to do it. And for TikTokers and myself, it is another reason why we should eat the rich.
And I've always said that.
And I've always said that.
Print more money, eat the rich. Our economic problems would be solved.
Put Maddie in charge. That's what I've always said.
Oh, I think so.
I know you do. I know you do. I'd love to live in that cult. But to make things worse and even more fuzzy, the situation on all the headlines of stuck hikers has seen the rise of AI content about Everest. And there's been videos of like a girl presumably burying her dog. And the implication there is that she brought her dog on the hike with her. Which obviously made people, which made people go fucking crazy in the comments because as you would. And there was another one that just shows a pregnant hiker in a tent struggling. And so people, again, it's all rage bait. This is all AI.
Oh, it's AI.
Girl, this isn't real. This is also like perpetuating the discourse and making a lot of people being like, are these headlines even accurate?
Yeah.
And there is a question about, even with articles about like the ABC and the Guardian, there's been other specific mountaineering publications being like, this isn't exactly right. So food for thought. But yeah, what I'm saying is these AI videos have added to the hiking Everest is unethical discourse, whether they meant to or not.
And what are we rating this one?
Well, if we're doing the beef scale in validity,
Yep.
I think this is a perfectly cooked steak.
Oh, absolutely. I was saying rare because this is something you're very passionate about.
I'm not even very passionate about it. I just am interested. I'm just interested as to why people would do this.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. Anything else to add?
No. Sorry.
I think the sad thing is I do, but I think we need to move on.
Oh, no, you add some more.
All I'm going to say is that I don't think people without hiking experience should be climbing this fucking mountain. But because Nepal's economy is so reliant on the tourism, it's not a simple fix. That's all I got.
Oh, I really liked that. Okay.
Oh, thanks. Okay,
Yeah.
that's just what I wanted to say because
Great.
it's not as simple as stopping people from climbing the mountain.
Yeah. And so TikTok, even though they're outraged, nothing can be done.
Well, I mean, not instantly. You can't just stop people from banning it without having huge ramifications on the people in the surrounding like towns and cities and the industry that's reliant. Not so much on the China side, but on the like Nepalese side.
Yeah. Okay. Beautifully put.
Anyway, there you go.
And now for our next story, we have. I wrote this one.
It's a good one.
We've kind of gone off track today, though. This is less about celebrity beef and more like.
I will say we're a pop culture podcast
It's true.
and we talk about pop culture discourse. And sadly, Donald Trump's such a fuckwit that everything he does has fallen into pop culture.
There we
And
go.
that's my hot take.
She's segued right into it. For our next story, we have American President Donald Trump and former Australian Prime Minister and Australia's current ambassador to the US, Kevin Rudd, also known as Kevin 07, and the handball master, if you're into Australian politics. And before you switch off, no, we are not a political podcast, and we really did contemplate whether we should
Yeah.
cover this. I messaged Laura at 10 o'clock last night being like, do you think this is too political? But we're covering it nonetheless because the interaction between these two white guys was almost too unbelievable not to address.
And if it sucks, we'll cut it out.
Absolutely. So, for some top line context here, American President Donald Trump was addressing a room full of journalists during his first in person meeting with Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. So, a big deal for Australia because this has taken something like 9 months. Good for him, I guess. He was very keen to meet Donnie. I can't relate.
No.
No.
During the meeting, a journalist popped his head up to ask Donald about whether he had any concerns or reasons to delay the meeting with the current Aussie government, including the presence of Kevin Rudd, who had previously been an Australian Prime Minister. And he had made previous comments calling Trump the most destructive president in history and a traitor to the West. And he asked whether he had offended him with those comments.
I think those comments are incredible.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter though because Kevin has since deleted them.
He has deleted them. And he also doesn't stand by them anymore. But let's roll the tape.
Roll it.
Said bad, then maybe he'll like to apologize. I really don't know. Did an ambassador say something bad about it? Don't tell me. Where is he? Is he still working?
Yeah.
You said bad?
Before I took this position, Mr. President,
I don't like you either. I don't, and I probably never will. Go ahead.
You said bad?
You said bad.
I just can't believe it. I'm so conflicted because the Australian Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, is sitting next to Donald Trump, like giggling.
He is giggling.
And it's like, is he giggling because he's nervous or is he giggling because he's like genuinely thinks Donald Trump is being funny? Both of those things are quite frightening.
Yeah, I think in this situation, he's waited so long for this meeting. Like, it is a very big deal that we finally have this meeting happening. I think he just wanted it to go well. And in this situation that could have been a bit prickly, he was like, I'm just going to smile and laugh and nod. But it's like, it's not great, obviously.
It's very
And
awkward.
it's really, really awkward.
It's made Australian news headlines. I don't know if it's made its way to America.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy that also in this meeting that has been prepped for a long time, old mate Donald didn't know who anyone was. Don't you know who you're talking to? Also, Kevin has been the ambassador to the US since 2023.
Literally. The whole time Donald Trump's been president.
This last time, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, yeah, the second time, yeah.
All I'm saying is you'd think that he'd do his research.
Are you really surprised that Donald Trump didn't do his research?
You know what? No. I'm not.
He probably also has people that like tell him the wrong thing on purpose.
Do you reckon?
Oh, maybe not. I would though.
Well, yeah, because you'd be a little like, I'm a traitor.
Yeah, I'm a traitor.
I'm a traitor. I'm a traitor.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway, wow.
anyway, apparently Kevin Rudd went up and apologized
Yeah.
after, and Donnie. I don't know why I keep calling him
I
that.
don't know either,
It's
but
quite funny.
I like it when
I
you
kind of
do
think
it.
of Donnie from Wild Thornberrys.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. He responded that all was forgiven. So I guess we can rate this one Maybe a rare?
Yeah, rare but fun. And for our fourth and final story, whispers of a feud between beauty moguls Hailey Bieber and Selena Gomez are swirling yet again.
Do they ever stop?
Nope. so, so for those of you who don't know, Selena Gomez is the ex of Hailey Bieber's husband, Justin Bieber. The pair dated on and off between 2011 and 2017 before Biebs and Hailey got engaged in 2018. Ever since then, fans of the gals have suspected that they really, truly hate each other.
Really, truly.
Yeah.
Really, truly. Now, this is largely because when Selena and Justin were in the throes of being on again and off again, he was also macking on with Hailey quite publicly. Macking on, for those who aren't Australian, just means like
Isn't that
hooking up.
I thought that was an American term.
Ow.
Oh, tell us. I don't know.
Please, if the American listeners can please confirm or deny, is macking on an Australian or an American term?
Weigh in the comments.
Yeah, thank you so much. Anyway, following the very public macking on, Selena then went on to release the song Lose You to Love Me a month after Hailey and Justin got married. At the time, fans did, and still do, believe that the song's lyrics alluded to Selena and Bieber's roller coaster relationship, with lyrics including, "In 2 months you replaced us like it was easy," which is fair because there was like 2 months
Yeah.
in between the end of their relationship and the start of
Yeah. Also,
Justin
she's a
and
singer.
Hailey.
She's going to sing about her life experiences, just like Taylor Swift does.
That's so true. And they're best friends.
Yeah.
So she's probably getting inspiration from her.
Amen.
Anyway, since then, we've seen a lot of these two women being pitted against one another, which always tends to happen in media. It's one of Laura's favourite topics. And there's also been a few instances where TikTok videos and Instagram stories have been misconstrued.
Oh, yeah, like when Kylie Jenner joined in on throwing shade about Selena's, is it eyebrow lamination?
I think it was her eyebrow
There was something to do with
lamination.
eyebrows.
Yeah, it was like Selena did a video or a post being like, I laminate my eyebrows too much. And then Kylie did a close-up FaceTime of her eyebrows.
Yeah.
And Hailey, I think, screenshotted it and they put it on their stories.
Yeah, it was something that people were like, mean girl behavior.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of that type of
Yeah.
thing. And naturally, both Selena and Hailey lead with the no hate, only love. They've both said that on multiple occasions. Like when asked about it in the press, they're like, no hate, only love. I would never say anything bad about her. And it's like, you might not say it explicitly.
But I feel like there's an element of, like, we could get into this more if people want, but there's an element of letting your fans do shit. You know?
Absolutely. Anyway, the rumours of their feud, if we can call it that, were reignited again, this time for Hailey's interview for the cover story of the Wall Street Journal magazine. The 28-year-old Rhode Beauty founder told the outlet that she had nothing to do with the rumours that there was drama between her and Selena. She also declined to comment on the comparisons between her brand and Selena's Rare Beauty. It's always annoying being pitted against other people. I didn't ask for that, she said.
Yeah, Hailey also said, when people want to see you a certain way and they've made up a story about you in their minds, it's not up to you to change that. However, the interview also discussed Rhode's expansion into makeup retailer Sephora, where Selena's Rare Beauty is also stocked. When Hailey was asked about the brand competition within Sephora, she said this: I think there's space for everybody. I don't feel competitive with people I'm not inspired by.
And did the internet lap that one up?
Oh, they sure did. And in true no hate, only love style, like we've seen from Hailey and Selena previously, Selena later rushed to defend Hailey. How noble.
I think that's so nice of her.
I agree. In a since deleted Instagram story, she wrote, just leave the girl alone. She can say whatever she wants. Doesn't affect my life whatsoever. It's just about relevance and not intelligence. Be kind. All brands inspire me. There is room for everyone and hopefully we can all stop. I do find it interesting how the girly pops are so quick to rush to each other's defense like this.
Me too. But do you also think it's quite funny that she said, it's about relevance, not intelligence? Am I reading into it a bit deep, being like, she's calling her dumb and no one said that explicitly? Like none of the news outlets that have reported on this have said anything about.
Yeah. I mean, I think Selena's an expert at saying something without explicitly saying something. She's always kind of making these comments that could potentially be construed in that way,
Yeah.
but she's never explicit about it.
Exactly.
But I think that the wiggle room is her power.
Yeah, because the top line of that is please leave her alone.
Yes.
Because at the time, everyone was calling Hailey Bieber a mean girl because of her comments saying that she wasn't inspired by Rare Beauty.
Yeah.
Well, allegedly.
Allegedly. And even just Selena going, all brands inspire me. You know,
I'm
there's-
better than you.
There's wiggle room there for interpretation.
Absolutely. So, do we think that there's a bit of beef here?
I think there's a little bit of beef here. Whether it's the amount that the media likes to say there is,
Absolutely.
but there is like the steak is on the grill.
Yeah, I do also think the beef origins may have started because they were about Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
But, you know, Selena's got rare beauty now.
She's also married.
Literally.
Seems so happy.
Literally. I'm just like, this is what I've written it here.
Yeah,
I
read
was
it out,
like,
read it out,
If
sorry.
there was beef here, I think over Justin Bieber, it would be well and truly quashed just because she's doing so well in her career. She has a budding, thriving business.
Thriving.
I'm just like, why would you still be upset over your ex-boyfriend who wears fucking pants that are like 5 sizes too big for him?
Totally.
Who also dumped you 8 years ago.
Yeah.
It was quite a while ago, right?
It's ages ago. I think everyone's over the Justin thing except for the fans.
Yeah, so it's probably not about Justin, but it might be about whether they're in a bit of friendly or not so friendly competition over their
Yeah,
brands.
maybe they just don't really like each other and that's so fine because they've only been civil to each other when they see them. It seems fine. It does seem fine. But do you always like the exes of your current partners? No. Do you always like the person that your ex-partner moves on to from you? Did that
No.
make any sense?
Yeah, but I mean, people that are better than us would probably be able to sit back and say, yes, I get along with my boyfriend's current girlfriend, or I get along with my boyfriend's ex. I'm like, eh.
I mean, you can get along. I would definitely get along. However, doesn't mean I got to like them.
Well, and my gripe is more so often with the ex, right? I'm not going to be like, I fucking hate that bitch.
yeah,
It's like, I hate him and you're with him, so I don't like either of you.
Exactly. So well said. So well said.
Sorry you're dating a loser.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Anyway, let's rate this one maybe a rare.
Yeah, rare beauty.
Nice. Oh, this episode was a bit silly, funny, weird today, wasn't it?
I had a good time.
I'm so glad we got to talk about Everest
Politics.
and rare beauty.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Keep the spice of life alive.
With this grill is well and truly seasoned. Anyway, that's all we have time for today.
Yeah, thanks for listening. You can follow High Stakes on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
And don't forget you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Please, literally please. And also rate us because I've said this so many times. We actually don't have a good enough indication of if we're doing a good job.
That's a really good point. Also, just a final thing to add if we're adding things. If you do want us to actually go into the beef, you know, alleged beef with Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber, can you let us know? Because we didn't know if it was too touchy to touch.
Yeah. But we would touch on it if you want us to touch it.
We would touch on it if you want. Yeah, just let us know.
We need to get out
Love
of here.
you. Okay.
All right.
Shall we say bye?
Yep. Love ya. Bye.
Bye.